Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't panic surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. His first carry. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Here's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
It's fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Short little throw to Ebron. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
That's another Colts first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check.
To throw is Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects? I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Sanders. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll get it out quickly to Kirkwood. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. 40. 11. Mike check 33. Hey, they scared. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. It's a second down run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Let's go now. Check, 43. Know your job.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Set, ready. Now the wolf, freeze the mic. Switch up, switch up.
Now on second and 13. Brissett escaping the pressure right. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
43 is the mic. 43. We want this. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Rocky Sin, a rookie second-rounder from Temple, there to make the play.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And it's caught. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Second and 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on third and goal. They'll set up a throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Brissett now. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Here we go.
Brissett on first down. A good throw here finding Pascal. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Brissett to throw on first. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Brissett sets to throw it. He's got it to Hilton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. No. Off. He's checking.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Hey, come on. Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Brissett. Stepping, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacoby Brissett. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
First down, Miami.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Looking to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. This goes to Mack on the check down. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33.
Under 10. 10.
4th down, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the fourth, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And did the Dolphins get it? Yes! Miami football. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Staying on the ground with Mack. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. 2 important parts to that play. 1, you get a first down, obviously. Charles, 2, managed to get out of bounds.
Love the way you dissected that, but he threw it in the middle of the field. So they picked up the first down, but he had to work his way to the sideline to stop the clock. What a great effort.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check.
They'll run on first down. Mack. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go right back to Mack. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Mack. Nifty move. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Here's Marlon Mack. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. The point after is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Who's that? At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. We got it. 58.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Let's go. Let's see how long. Coach Stein, the best. Let's go. 33. Check back 33. I got you, punk. Mike check 33.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
At the 8-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Don't get nervous.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. A win would be their second on the young season. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Dolphins, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts,